Did Patrick Mahomes have you drinking a little early on Christmas Day? If so, you've come to the right place. The Morning Wager, Mark Zinno, and I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas. Those who celebrate, we're talking bowl games and Bears Seahawks tonight. Plenty of football on the docket, Mark Zinno. As I look through these bowl games, it seems like a real Ponzi scheme of events here. You've got the GameAbove Sports Bowl, the Rate Bowl, no longer the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, so hopefully you didn't lock in your mortgage with them, and then the 68 Ventures Bowl. What are these sponsors? Whatever happened to the Poulan Wheat Eater Independence Bowl? That is when we had good, honest to God sponsors.
Whatever happened to the Outback Bowl that used to be just, sponsored by the steakhouse, like, the Bloomin' Onion? Like, I miss those days.
They got out of the game, I guess, man. They got out of it. Anyway.
2-1
on the show yesterday. We should have been 3-0, but the Celtics fell 2 points shy of their team total. Blame me there for blowing the sweep.
I will.
Yes, and it's funny. I called you Christmas morning. Not even Christmas could keep us apart on the phone. And I said, this teaser that we got going with the Steelers and the Ravens, I'm like, the Ravens is the one that scares me. This is so unlike me to tease a road team from 6.5 down to a half. And guess what? They won by about 500 points against the Texans. And the Steelers, who we teased up from 2.5 to 8.5, they lost by double digits as well. Again, NFL this year, every favorite wins by 1 million.
That was not the expected. Look, they got down early and we're sitting here at 16-7, right? And I'm like, not in bad position. When they got down 14-0, whatever it was, 13-0, I even told you, time to live bet the Steelers. Which I did, which was a bad idea because it didn't work out well. All that said, look, Pittsburgh succumbs to 3 straight losses, which is something that they don't do all that often, and we were on the wrong side of it. So we move on, to today. But yeah, yesterday, thank God the Minnesota Timberwolves stayed under their team total. That was the other client play I had yesterday. Of course, the Knicks cashed over in their game, which was kind of surprising because it didn't look good for the Knicks early on. By halftime, I'm like, are they really going to get beat on Christmas Day at home by the freaking San Antonio Spurs? Well, they came back, Pace set it up, so we were good to go there. But onward we press there, Brian Power. Onward we press. I hope Santa Claus was good to you. And for all of our Jewish friends, happy Hanukkah, day number 2 of lighting the menorah, right? So we are away and running here. Holiday season. Oop to you.
And a triple header of bowl games starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. And you have a look for us on this first one. This is the GameAbove Sports Bowl. I don't know what GameAbove does. I'm not going to look it up. All I know is that Pitt is playing Toledo in Detroit, Michigan. Pitt, remember what I told you? They were a Ponzi scheme. They were 7-0 straight up, ranked number 18 in the country. They were a 7-point dog against SMU. I laid it with SMU as a 4% best bet. That was a $5 play for me, as a matter of fact. SMU killed them. Pitt has not won since. They ended the regular season on a 5-game losing streak. Toledo, a MAC team. Obviously, I know the MAC well. Toledo, this was not a good Toledo team, though, this year. They're much weaker than normal. So you've got, to be honest, all 3 plays today. We're getting a little exotic on dead ass for the people. You've got a first half total. Yes, I went there, Mark Zinno. You've got an interesting look on Pitt Toledo for the people.
I do, yeah. First half under 24.5 here. Like, look, it's a MAC team, so we know they're not going to score a whole bunch. And when they play, whenever a MAC team plays a higher level conference with a good defense, it's hard to believe their offense is going to score. Look at their last 2 MAC games against Ohio and Akron. They scored 7 and 14 points. So they don't exactly get high level quarterback play from Gleason, and they can't really run the ball all that well. So they're going up against a Pitt team that, despite their woes on offense, we'll get to that here in a minute, defensively is still pretty good. And it's kind of what Pat Narduzzi has done all year long, is be defensively pretty good, other than when he plays high-level competent offenses like SMU and Clemson. But again, the step down in class here should negate that. And the biggest question for Pittsburgh here is Eli Holstein, their freshman quarterback. Like, part of me is, if he was going to play, why hasn't it been announced already? He's a freshman. There's nothing he's holding out for. He's still not mulling over the NFL draft. He's not mulling over the combine. Like, if he was healthy enough, he'd be playing and they'd announce it. That's my gut feeling here. is that Holstein isn't playing. I
Mm.
think that really this is more of a gamesmanship thing because Pitt knows they're sending a third string quarterback against Toledo, and they want to keep them guessing. That's got to be my best guess. There's no reason not to believe that Holstein, who was really good for the first 7 games of the year, um, you know, would not be playing this game if he was 100% healthy. So we have not only that, either we get a banged up Holstein or we get a third string quarterback for Pitt. That's enough for me to take the first half under 24.5 here in this early 2 o'clock kick in the Game Above Sports Bowl.
Smash that like button if you agree with that first half under. Let me get that thumbs up a little higher. Comment down below if you know what Game Above does. Please let us know. 68
Yeah.
Ventures is going to be my half. I don't know what 68 Ventures does. That sounds like something I don't
I
want
mean,
my money involved with.
is there a reason why there are only 68 ventures?
Yeah, I know what
Is
happened to the 60. What? Hey, oh, there we go. All right.
69. That's why they
All
stopped.
right.
That's why they
Yes.
stopped.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Because
I'll
people
tell you
like
what.
us were immature, would make fun of them all
Yes.
the time.
Yes. Yeah, the 69 Ventures. Do you think the announcers would be giggling like us, like school children, during the entire 3-hour broadcast? That's what it was.
You just said
All
ventures.
right. Yes. Anyway, you talked about MAC teams if they're up against a Power 4 school, kind of struggling offensively. That's kind of your mindset. Well, Bowling Green here is playing Arkansas State. As you know, Bowling Green is a MAC school. Arkansas State is not a Power 4 school. As a matter of fact, Arkansas State stinks. I have Arkansas State power rated as the worst bowl team, period. I would make them a field goal underdog to every other bowl team besides Buffalo. This team, I have them 115th in the country, Zinno. Defensively, 6th worst, allowing 460.7 yards per game. They give up over 32 points per game. When Arkansas State loses, it is often very bad. They gave up over 40 points in 4 of their 5 losses this season. 6 of their 7 wins were by 7 points or less. Should it surprise you that this team was top 5 in luck rating for me? Harold Fannin Jr., the outstanding tight end for Bowling Green. If you haven't watched Bowling Green, they have the best tight end of the country. Fannin, he needs 11 yards, which I'm sure he'll get, to set the all-time single season receiving yardage record for tight ends in college football. He needs 12 catches to set the receptions record. So it'll be interesting to see how much they feed him. I think Bowling Green can name the score here. I think they're putting up a lot of points. I would play them up and over their team total of 31.5. If Bowling Green covers, they're going to go over their team total. Arkansas State stinks defensively. BG, that's where my parents went to college, by the way, Zinno. I don't know if you knew that, if I've ever shared that. So we're going to go with Freddie the Falcon, Bowling Green, over the team total, 31.5, my half of the double play to go along with your first half under on Pitt Toledo. Those are your 2 bowl picks for Thursday. Comment down below with your thoughts, please. Your thoughts, Mark Zinno. And what do you have available for Thursday for the people at WagerTalk.com?
You keep doing this every show where you set yourself up to just, have me give some sort of wise ass answer when you ask me, what do you have up? What do you have to
Well,
promote?
I have to stop talking and I have to throw it to you as something. I don't know. What do
You
you?
do.
What?
You
Tell
do.
us what you got for Christmas. Is that better? Is okay? Is that what you like?
Listen, I need a new suit. My parents got me a gift card to a certain suit shop that I like, so I'm gonna go buy myself a new suit.
No,
Look a
you
little
didn't
bit.
get
Maybe
that.
I'll come in one morning, all pressed and dressed here on the morning wager. We'll do it up nice. If they ever take the show on the road, maybe we'll do a live version of the morning wager. I'll have that suit
Oh
on.
wow, that would be fun. You didn't get the lady of
So
the
we
night
can
under
talk
the
meet and
tree
greet.
like you wanted.
If we do Wager Talk meet and greet, we need to have our own morning wager section. And then we need to do? Have all the shows sit in their other sections and watch nobody be at the other shows and everybody be at ours.
Okay, well that is arrogant. Yeah, I don't think you heard me. You didn't get that lady of the night wrapped under the tree like you wanted.
Well, no, the cheap hooker did not show up underneath the tree. Mom didn't leave that there. I mean, listen, not
It would
everybody
have
gets
been
what they
awkward.
want. Yeah, my kids
No.
didn't get everything they wanted for Christmas either. So,
Jesus.
well, they wanted a dirt bike. I'm not buying you a dirt bike. So, no dirt
Now,
bike
how are you
under the
going to
tree.
get that? How
No
are you going to
hooker
get
under
that
the
on the
tree.
plane?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
How are you
exactly.
gonna,
Get that on the plate.
that's what you
So
should
anyway,
tell them. Yes.
back to what we'll put up for today. We'll have a play in Thursday Night Football and a play in a bowl game for you guys. WT.buzz/MZ. I went 1-1 yesterday. I don't have a wonderful 3-year record to promote to you guys, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to tell you that I've been good in the NFL. Okay, I've actually had a decent run since December 1st. I think we're about 65%, not including yesterday's ass whooping because the Pittsburgh Steelers suck. So it's probably below 65 now. But you don't care about that. WT.buzz/MZ. I'll have 2 plays up for tonight. And guys, when we get to the new year here, uh, this should excite you and it should excite Brian Power. We are locked and
Ooh.
loaded into college basketball right now. I feel it. I feel it coming on. I feel it heating up. Could be leftover food, could be gas from the holidays, but I feel it heating up that when we're going to be locked in the new year in college hoops. It's coming up, Brian Power. Get ready.
It is. I am not 65% in the NFL this month,
No.
needless to say, because home underdogs don't ever cover anymore. So we will talk about Seahawks Bears in just a little bit. I do have that 5% max bet available for the college football playoff, though. Thank you to everyone who got on board for $5 on Tuesday. If you missed that deal, you can still get the play. It's $35. I think that's affordable. Of course, you can jump on long term if you want as well. WT.buzz/BP. But our college football has been outstanding going back over the last 13 months. Okay, Seahawks Bears. Let's talk about it, Mark Zinno. This game really qualifies as kind of my struggles mentally with the
Yes.
NFL because I look at this line and I just don't see how Seattle can be favored by 4 points in this game. I know the simple answer to that is have you watched the Bears over the last 2 months? Okay. Power ratings, I make this closer to a pick 'em, but admittedly, the Bears playing for an interim coach, they've got no motivation. Seattle needs this game to so they can go in with a chance to win the NFC West. They have what could be a winner take all situation against the Rams next week. So again, we've got a unique way to play this game. The Chicago Bears have gotten off to absolutely abysmal starts ever since the coaching change, and we don't think that's going to change tonight.
Right. I will say this much about the game in general. For as much as it pains BP to have the Seahawks as a favorite here, I would tell you the number makes sense. In fact, I would have made the number a little bit higher. And that's based off of one piece of information that I've spoken to several people in Chicago who told me it was a mistake to make Thomas Bryant, who was the offensive coordinator previously, who was the quarterback's coach previously, who was an offensive assistant all in one season, by the way, to take him away from Caleb Williams and make him the interim head coach because the offense has suffered, Caleb Williams has suffered, and subsequently because the offense isn't any good, the defense is on the field for so much longer and they're being pushed. The Bears rather have been outscored on average over the last 3 games since the firing of Matt Eberflus, 34-13. The offense is struggling. They have not scored a single point in the first quarter in the last 3 weeks. They are the lowest scoring team in the first quarter this year, averaging 1.3 points on the season in the first quarter. That is dead last in the NFL. Could this be the game where Chicago snaps out of it and scores first? Maybe, but I don't think it's going to be the case. Again, I think the offense is struggling. I think Caleb Williams is struggling early. It takes them a little while to get their feet underneath them. In fact, 2 of the last 3 games, they haven't scored a single point in the first half. So they find themselves down early. And I think there was a streak this year, BP, where Chicago didn't score first in like 9 straight games. So
Yeah.
all that said here, we get the Seahawks at a manageable first quarter number for our DGen special. We cast our DGen first quarter special last week with Green Bay. We're going back against Seattle -0.5 in the first quarter here. All I got to do is have a lead at the end of one quarter, which I think they do. And we'll get out of here early and we can all go to sleep nice and early tonight. And that's Brian Power's favorite thing about a first quarter bet is we can go to bed early.
Absolutely. Seattle, they've been a home dog the last 2 weeks. Now they're a road favorite. They're taking all the money. This is the first time in 11 weeks Seattle's been
Okay.
favored.
I get what you're saying. I would tell you this much, okay? For people who are out there looking at the line movement, yesterday's at 3.5. I didn't even lock in yesterday. I saw it go to 4. Part of me feels like Seattle will cover every number here, or they're going to lose the game outright. And that's really the 2 range of outcomes I see. Right? Either
That's
Seattle
where
is
the NFL's gone.
right. Like
CLV
like the last
trophies
couple
ain't
weeks,
worth anything.
it's 30-13 Seattle, or guess what? It's 19-17 Chicago, and that's the end of the game, right? So
Mhm.
you know, I just the other part of it too is I really don't trust this Bears defense at this point.
No, that's the one thing Eberflus did well. Like he actually, the defense was okay under him. He wasn't a good head coach, but the defense was pretty good.
Right.
And like you mentioned, all the moving pieces have affected the defense adversely. So all we care about, just to recap, show best bet, is that Seattle has more points than Chicago at the end of the first quarter. Given how Chicago's been lately, that does not seem like a bridge too far. All right, that is going to do it for the morning wager. Again, if you already haven't smashed that like button, what are you waiting for? Please do that right now. Make
Hope
sure
you
you're
guys all
subscribed
had
to
a
the
good
WagerTalk
holiday.
YouTube
Thank you all
channel.
for the comments. Thank you all for the comments. We read them all. I like to give thumbs up. You know, I like to spar with you guys in the comment section, right? Because it's fun. Some of you guys take this way too seriously. It's just money. It's just, you know, you can't take it with you. It's like, it's just money. Just spend it. Spend it with us. Spend it on dumb bets. Why not? I mean, I've been doing it for 30 years. Just keep going.
Mark Zinno, you are a beautiful man. All right, we're going to wrap the show up right now. And thank you to everybody for that. Again, yes, I also hope you all had a happy holiday. Until next time, let us cash some tickets. Please, Santa Claus.